Hey guys, Jonathan here, and I've got the 2024 X-Men XJet early. My buddy Lou found this at a Walmart up in New York, and he picked it up for me, which was super awesome of him, and I paid a lot of money to have it overnighted, but here we are, ready to go with the X-Men XJet. This set has 359 pieces, 4 technically brand new minifigs, and retails for $85, which is a lot of money for only 359 pieces. That being said, I really like this set, but let's get into it and show you if it's really worth 85 bucks or if you should just wait for a sale. Now, we have never gotten a LEGO X-Men set that didn't come with Wolverine, but this is probably a downgrade, because he's pretty much identical in every single way to the CMF Series 2 version, except he's basically worse. The torsos are exactly the same as far as I can tell. Show you what the back looks like. They are pretty much identical. But of course, the CMF Series 2 version had printed arms, whereas the new one has no printing on the arms, and the CMF version has the dual molded legs with printing on the sides, as well as on the front. And here, these are solid blue legs with printing on the front, and one thing I gotta say, if you zoom in, right at the break where the legs start to get rounded, the print application kind of breaks up, whereas on the CMF version, it's pretty much perfect. So, something to be aware of there. One thing I did notice is that the head on the new version from this minifig is completely new, so at least there is something technically new. I mean, I guess the legs are kind of new in their own way too, but it is a different expression, which is cool, so it is a good reason, I suppose, to have both, but yeah, just be aware that it's basically the same version of the figure, but nowhere near as good as the CMF. Rogue is a figure that has never existed in LEGO minifig form, and this is her debut appearance. I like it a lot. I do wonder if the hair should be a slightly darker shade of brown. In person, it's a very, red brown, and I do like it. I just wonder if it should be a little darker. Not really sure. I like it as is, though, and that nice little patch of white hair is definitely a great touch. See what I did there? Anyways, we can lift that up, and you can see she's got the green headband printed on, and that's also printed on the back as well, so she's got an angry fighting face, and overall, the torso and leg print is phenomenal on this, with the yellow legs with the green printing, and the green torso with so much detail, like the X belt there, and even the X logo on the torso there, so it looks really great, and honestly, I love this figure. I've got some thoughts on Magneto. Technically, this is not an awful figure. It actually does look pretty accurate to the show, and of course, this is from X-Men 97, which as of this video isn't even out yet. So it is accurate to what we see in the show. It's just, I don't like this design for Magneto at all. We can lift the hair up. You can see that he's got an angry face on the back. He's got this purple cape that you can lift up to see some nice printed detail on the magenta torso there. And I believe this head is new. I haven't seen it in my collection yet. I'm pretty sure it's new, but overall, it's not a great Magneto design, but it is an accurate minifig, so I keep wavering back and forth. He does come with this 2x2 rounded piece with these half jumper plates so that he can kind of be flying around in your adventure, and I do like that they added that extra little bit of detail, so that's definitely cool. And finally, the MVP to me is Cyclops. I love this figure so much. It looks really awesome, and the blue and yellow design is something I've wanted in a LEGO minifig forever, and we finally got it. I do think they probably should have given him yellow hips to throw back to the comics. I think that would have been really cool. And on the back of the head, no matter how you position the hair, you can see a little bit of the reverse side of the head through there, and he's just kind of got like a smug look on one side, and then a little smirk on the other. It would have been cool to have him with an open mouth or an angry scream, so you could put his hand to his head and he'd be beaming out of the Cyclops beam, so I think that would have been cool, but overall, I love this figure, and I think it turned out great. I want to let you guys know, my friend Brody and I designed a LEGO Kiss set. So we need all the support we can get from the Kiss Army. If you would click the link in the description of this video, you can support the set, and if we get enough supporters, LEGO will actually consider making it into a real set. So let's get those supporter numbers up, and thanks so much for that. And that brings us to the XJet. I have to be honest, based off of the box art, I wasn't super thrilled with this, but having built it, I think it might be my favorite set of the entire winter 2024 wave. The build is so sturdy, it's really contoured great, the shaping is amazing, and there are several play features that I think play really well into it, no pun intended. You can see that we do have quite a few stickers, like these warning stickers here, these X stickers, Got a sticker on the back here with arrows, and then we have stickers on both of these wings and lots of stickers on the interior. Before we get to the interior, I do got to talk about this red cockpit. You can see as I move it in the light, there are lots of scratches on it, and that comes from the pieces scratching against it in transit. I realize there's not really anything LEGO can do about that, but for a set that's basically $100 after tax, it is pretty insane to have like these deep scratches on this translucent red windshield, and I'm not a big fan of that. So on the bottom, we have these stud shooters, and you guys know how that works. You just press this button, and the stud will fire out. I didn't press it hard enough, but I did press that one hard enough. There are also missiles in the back that you can shoot out just by pushing them against the body of the ship. So that's cool. And then on the exterior here, exterior. Gosh, I'm full of puns today. This is awesome. We've got these big blue wings. Now, these don't really move or anything. These ones sort of move, not that they're meant to. But on the outside, there's not really any other play features besides those stud shooters and missiles. We can lift up the back cockpit here, and you can see that there's seating for the X-Men on the inside. We'll get to that in just a minute, but these canisters can actually be opened and lift out. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be like engines or whatever the case may be, but the box art shows Magneto lifting them up and all of the extra ammunition coming out. So I don't know if it's supposed to be storage or, you know, engines or anything like that, but in either case, they just kind of sit in there in this kind of like flat area. So you just place those in there, little something like this, and then you close the cockpit and lock them into place. And there's a better look at that sticker we looked at earlier too. So as mentioned, you can open both the windshield and this back canopy here to get to the inside. So I actually want to look at it from this angle so all the stickers are facing the right way. You can see that there are these long flat panels here that you put the stickers on, and there are a lot of attention to details there. Like we've got an X right there, some like geographic dots, you know, whatever, nothing too crazy, but you can see the Sentinel head on this sticker, which of course is the same piece that came in the LEGO Marvel CMF. If we look on the computer screen, you can see we've got like a schematic here for the XJet with the X logo and some flips and switches to keep a read on the ship. There is a blue screen that goes in front of it. I'm not really sure what the reasoning for that is, but it does give it a little bit of extra depth and makes it look cool. Then that brings us to the front cockpit. You can see that there are some thrusters on the left and right side for the stickers. We've got an X logo there. We've got a magnet, of course, referring to Magneto's powers. And speaking of Magneto, we do have a sticker with him on it. So I guess they're getting a read of schematics. You've got like a fuel gauge and all of that. So the details in the stickers on this are absolutely incredible, and I love that. And as you can see, there is room to fit multiple X-Men in here. So there's Wolverine and Cyclops up front. Then as we lift up the back, you can see Rogue, and there's an extra seat, which is nice because we did get Beast and Storm recently, so presumably Storm could be flying alongside of them, and Beast could be sitting inside, and that way you can house all your X-Men in one place as they fight off against the mighty Magneto. Well, that didn't land on its feet, but then again, neither did this minifig. So let's wrap up this review and call it a day. Alright, well, one more big shout out to my buddy Lou for helping me get this, and let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments down below. Personally, I think $85 is absolutely insane for what we get here. Despite the minifigs being great, despite the build being awesome, this really should have been like a $50 set at best, and if trends continue, I think if you can be patient, you'll find this on sale eventually, or even double VIP points at the LEGO store or something, so if I were you, I would just be patient and wait for a sale, but if you're anything like me, I gotta have them as soon as I can, so that's how I end up in situations like this. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.